Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing 4 simple and cozy ways I've been adding early fall touches around our home. No pumpkins just yet. We're gonna focus on warm tones, layers of texture, and those greens and browns that feel like the start of the fall season. So let's jump right in. In our entryway, I wanted to add a few moody tones and create that feeling of fall without going full on seasonal just yet. I'm keeping my florals in shades of green and brown for now, and later in the season I'll bring in those deeper rusts and oranges. I'm starting with this beautiful vase from Target and filling it with brown magnolia stems I got from A Floral a couple of years ago. They have held up so beautifully over time, and I just love the way those deep, warm tones pop against our striped wall. There's something about the mix of greens and browns in the leaves that feels so rich and full of depth. Perfect for easing into the season without going straight to the bright oranges and the pumpkins. They bring in that early fall coziness in such an effortless way. Next, I'm adding this beautiful candelabra. We used to sell these in our store and they were always a customer favorite. I love the height and the elegance it brings to this spot, and the aged brass finish feels so perfect for the fall and holiday season. I'll link it for you because thankfully it's also sold on Amazon now, along with my favorite battery operated candles. To finish off this spot, I'm placing my new cookbook stand from Magnolia, and it will be holding my Call It Home book. I have been loving the inspiration in these pages. It is easily one of my favorite home books I've found in years. Over at the front door, I added a simple command hook last night for a wreath. A little tip I've learned over the years is if you're hanging something a little bit heavier, let the hook sit and adhere for a few hours before adding the weight. It really helps them hold up over time. This wreath is from Amazon and I've had it for a few years. I actually love it so much that I ended up buying a second one. The greens and soft browns are perfect for early fall. And then over on my peg shelf, I'm keeping things both decorative and functional. A small basket holds our keys, and this larger Studio McGee basket down on the floor is where we keep our dogs' leashes and harnesses. It's so nice to have it all within reach at the front door. This antique drop leaf table has been in our kitchen as a little kitchen island for the past couple of years, but I decided to bring it out here for a change. One of my favorite things to do is rearrange and repurpose pieces around the house. It always feels fresh and you can do it without spending any money. I started styling this wall with a moody art print from Target from a few years ago. It just so happens to perfectly cover a light switch that we never use. Then I added this Biltmore hardback book I found at Goodwill this week. Since we live close to Asheville, it's been so fun to flip through the photos of the estate. For texture, I added an olive plant and a few of my favorite wooden apples that I found at a local antique store a few years ago. I placed the apples in a shallow marble tray, and I just love the mix of those warm, rich wood tones against the smooth marble. The apples have such a timeless, classic feel. They really do work in any season, but in fall, they add that perfect hint of warmth and harvest. To finish things off with this table, I brought in my Hello Pumpkin soy candle from Sweetwater Decor. The amber glass container feels so perfect for the season, and this scent is one of my favorites for fall. It's such a welcoming, cozy fragrance to walk into when you come through our front door. It smells amazing and adds the perfect finishing touch to this table. Finally, the piano. This is always one of my favorite spaces to style each season. I swapped my usual white lampshade for the gingham one from Target. It doesn't fit this lamp base as perfectly as I had hoped, so I'm probably going to end up changing the base out later, but for now I am loving the pattern that it brings. I added more of my brass candlestick holders with these battery operated candles. I turn these on every evening for that soft glow, especially in the fall and in the winter. This stack of antique books has been living out on my piano for a few months now, and I just love the green that they add, so I'm going to keep them here. And for the finishing touches, I am adding another olive plant and this beautiful footed candle from Hearth and Hand in the honey chestnut scent. It smells incredible, but it is also such a beautiful statement piece. I hope you enjoyed seeing these 4 simple early fall looks around our home. I love starting with subtle seasonal layers and then adding a little more as the weather cools and we get closer to the season. If this is your first time visiting my channel, I would love for you to subscribe and join my YouTube family. I have plenty of cozy fall content coming your way. As the weeks go on, I'll be updating these spaces with just a few more touches to make them feel even more like fall. Thanks again for spending some of your day with me, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye, friends.